The Quest 3, why do I think that Meta nearly made the perfect VR headset? So before I go into that, just to say this video is proudly sponsored by VR Wave, which offer the best lens inserts for your VR headset. Whether you wear glasses or not, they offer blue light filters. And if you do wear glasses, then absolutely get yourself a pair, because that means, well, not only will they account for any astigmatism you may have, or nearsighted or farsightedness, and of course dial in that prescription, but it's also going to be more comfortable, and more crucially than that, perhaps, it will help protect those really expensive lenses, because you will scratch them with your glasses. So VR Wave offer many different lens inserts for all kinds of VR headsets. I have a 5% discount code, go check it out in the description below. So the thing is, the Quest 3 is a phenomenal headset, and I've said many times, and I think people forget about this, is when I'm flying, sightseeing like I am right now, I use the Quest 3 over any other VR headset. That's right, folks. Over the Crystal Light, the Somnium VR1, even the XR4, because, well, the main reason, well, there's two perhaps, but definitely one, and that is something I harp on about all the time, and that is motion reprojection. And what it essentially does is it adds in fake frames, predicted frames, so that it feels like you are native frames per second. I mean, at the moment, as you can see, I'm getting 40 frames per second. That means I'm getting one fake frame, which makes it feel like 80 frames per second, which is what I'm running right now, 80 hertz. And the result, it feels literally like I am running at 80 frames per second. And the great thing about, well, both asynchronous spacewalk, which is Meta's implementation, but also Virtual Desktop's SSW technique. It's a nice church down there, if you can see it. Beautiful. There is, well, minimal artifacts, because you get artifacts when using motion projection, but of all the headsets I've used, Meta do it the best, and Virtual Desktop. But the trouble is with the Quest 3, it does not have a native DisplayPort connection, so it suffers greatly with image quality. I mean, it looks great, it really looks good, but it could look so much better, and it's such a shame. So I think if Meta kept everything pretty much the same, I mean, it would be nice to have a QLED panel in this thing, but even, I would go as far to say, if the Quest 3 had a DisplayPort connection and a slightly higher resolution of 2160 by 2160, or maybe 2560 by 2560, somewhere around there, kept everything else the same, I would use this over any other VR headset. That's all it needs for it to be the best VR headset in the world for me. Even the pass-through, which, you know, could be better, it's pretty decent as it is, and certainly adequate for checking your flight controls and even your phone now. Pretty amazing stuff to think that a headset this cheap is nearly the best VR headset in the world, and competitors like Pimax and maybe even Vario, well, they're doing their own thing, but Meta could beat them all at their own game if they really wanted to. I mean, imagine a Quest Pro 2 with all the features of the Quest 2, but with a QLED panel, eye tracking, and a DisplayPort connection. It would be really the best VR headset we have. Look at this. Absolutely stunning stuff here. What I've done is I've set a route around the Isle of Man, and I'm just visiting all of the points of interest, and this, hopefully it's coming across how damn smooth this is in the headset. And to think, this headset After this, I can then play Wallace and Gromit in Walkabout Mini Golf, which I did this morning. I can play Beat Saber, I can fight zombies, I can do a workout if I so desire, then I can do this. It is an amazing headset. I mean, even now it's probably the best, in fact it is the best all-round VR headset you can buy, but it doesn't do everything perfect because of the lack of that DisplayPort connection. And you can see a little bit of screen door, only slightly guys, and most of you probably won't even notice unless, like me, you're used to high-end, high resolution headsets. And that's really down to the fact that these displays are canted to provide better field of view. It does work, but unfortunately because the resolution isn't quite as high as, say, the Pico 4, you do notice a very slight bit of screen door effect. So really that's all I'm going to say for this video is, and I think it will surprise many people that I've said this, but it really is true that Meta nearly made the best VR headset in the world, period. And if it just had a DisplayPort connection, a higher resolution display, not by much, and maybe a QLED panel for good measure, then this would be my absolute daily driver. But unfortunately that's not the case, so the Pimax Crystal Light does still win when it comes to this kind of experience. Unless of course you do enjoy motion reprojection and sightseeing this low to the ground, then I would recommend still a Quest 3. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye for now.